Hey guys, and welcome back to another 30-minute yin sequence with me. Today you don't need anything at all, just some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and if you've got some pillows or a bolster to hand, or maybe some blocks or a strap if you feel like you need a little extra helping hand to get into some of the stretches, then feel free to go ahead and grab those. But usually you probably won't need these during the session. So whenever you're ready, come and join me in a supine position on your mat and just take attention to your breath. So whenever you're ready, get comfortable on your mat. Lay flat on your backs. Just relax your arms, your legs, and just start to notice the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Take 3 deep inhales, filling up from the base of the stomach first, all the way into the lungs, right up to the collarbone, and then exhale completely. Try and let go of any outside distractions or noises. Try and turn your focus inwards to focus on the here and now, how your body's feeling, how that breath feels within your body as you take those 3 deep breaths. And then slowly, once you've taken those 3 deep breaths, just bring your knees in towards your chest. And take a further 5 deep breaths as you maybe circle your knees in one direction, massaging your lower back. And then when you've done those 5 deep breaths in that direction, switch directions with your knees and circle the other way for a further 5 deep breaths. Your circles might be big, they might be small. You might just want to rock from side to side. Just do whatever your body's asking for you to do in this moment. Take one last deep breath all the way in. Hug your knees tight in towards your chest and then slowly make your way up to seated. We're going to begin with a seated half moon pose. So we're going to inhale as we lift our right arm up to the sky. Exhale as you reach over to the left. Take a nice deep breath in. Expand through your right side body. Exhale, sink deeper. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, sink deeper again. And then on the next inhale, come all the way back up to center, switching over the arms. Exhale as you reach over to the right and expand through the left side of the body. Again, take another deep breath all the way in. Exhale, sink deeper. And then slowly inhale back to center. This time we're going to lift and twist as we exhale to look behind us. And just hold here for 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then just slowly come back to center as you inhale. And as you exhale, look over the other shoulder. And again, just take a further 3 deep breaths. Focusing on still drawing that breath in through the nose, all the way down into the base of the stomach. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then just slowly come back to center. We're going to take 5 seated cat-cows. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the chest, look up towards the ceiling, pull the shoulders back and down, expand through the front body. And as you exhale, round through the back, sinking back and down, opening up the shoulder blades, dropping the head to look towards the chest. And then inhale to lift. Open up the chest, look up towards the ceiling. Let the head fall back if you want to. Exhale to round. We're just going to do 3 more in your own time with your own breath. Moving in each direction, creating a wave with the spine. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then exhaling as you pull them apart. Last one each way. Exhale. And then slowly just come back up to center and come onto your hands and knees. We're going to come into thread the needle pose. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to take your left hand through and under your right arm. Take your eye gaze up and under your right armpit, reaching with that left hand towards the right, bringing the shoulder down towards the floor. Take 3 deep breaths. Keep reaching with that arm. Feel that stretch across the top of the shoulder. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up. Exhale as you reach through with your your right hand all the way to the ground, bringing that shoulder to the floor, looking up under your left armpit this time. And again, just 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then as you inhale, come all the way up. We're going to come into hero pose. So you're going to come back on your heels. So option 1, just sit straight back on your heels. Option 2, take your heels out to the sides of your hips and let your bum slide down in between that space so your sit bones come down to the floor. From here, we're going to take cow face arms. So you're going to inhale to lift the right hand up towards the sky. Take the left hand out to the side, and then as you exhale, reach back and see if the hands can meet each other. See if you can touch your fingertips, and just hold for 3 deep breaths, keeping the chest nice and lifted. If you find hero pose hurts your knees, come back up onto your heels. There shouldn't be any pain at all. You should just feel a nice stretch across the quads. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then unravel the arms, and then we're going to do the same. So right arm goes out to the side, left arm comes up high. Exhale as you reach back. See if you can meet the fingertips. You might find one side's easier than the other. And just hold for 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release. Shake out the arms. Come gently back up onto the heels if you're all the way down in hero pose, and we're going to come into heart melting pose. So just take the knees back slightly. You're going to reach forwards just as you would in extended child's pose, but we're not going to worry about bringing the forehead to the floor. We're just going to think about bringing our heart as if we're melting it into the ground towards the floor. If your forehead touches the floor, then fab. If it doesn't, don't worry. Just think about opening up that chest, your underarms, your shoulders, and just take 5 deep breaths. You're probably about halfway now. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come up onto your hands and knees. From here, we're going to come into lizard lunge. So take the left foot forward, slide the right leg back. Think about with lizard lunge, sending the knee forwards and out to the side. And if you want to, you can just hold and push it out. Just make sure those toes are glued towards the ground. If you're comfortable here and you're not feeling that big a stretch, then feel free to come down onto your forearms. In whichever case, just keep looking forwards, reaching the heart forwards. And using the exhale to sink deeper into the hip. We're just going to stay here for 3 more deep breaths. Keep looking ahead. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then on your next inhale, slowly come up onto your hands again. We're going to reach back with the left hand to the right foot, bringing that heel in towards the glute. So if you can't reach, feel free to use a strap or just take half a step in with that front foot wherever you need to be. Pump it maybe a few times to avoid any cramps, and then when you've got a hold of that foot, come back down wherever you were in your lizard lunge, roll over onto the knife edge of that foot on the front leg, and then look back and over the shoulder as you kick back into the hand and feel that quad stretch. Take 3 deep breaths, you're probably halfway. 1 last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly release that foot. And we're going to go over to the other side. So step back with the left foot, come forwards with the right foot to the front of the mat and find your lizard lunge position. So remember to shoot the knee forwards and out to the sides. And then if you want to, you can hold it there or come down onto your forearms, wherever you're comfortable. Just keep looking forwards, sinking into that groin area. You should feel a nice inner hip stretch and a stretch on your hip flexor as well on the back leg. Take 3 deep breaths from here. One last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. Again, we're going to reach back. So right hand goes to left foot. Bring that heel in towards the glute. Maybe pummel it a few times. Just release any potential cramps. And then either hold it there or come down onto your forearm. Send that foot over onto the knife edge as you kick back and look over the shoulder. And again, just 3 deep breaths. As you just sink deeper into the stretch. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly release that back foot. Come back up onto your hands and knees. We're going to come down onto our stomachs. So option now to do Sphinx or Cobra. If you want to do Sphinx, come up onto your forearms. Roll the shoulders back and down. Think about stretching through the stomach and lifting through the heart. If you're finding that this isn't enough of a stretch for you, then feel free to come up onto Cobra, pressing through the hands underneath the shoulders, lifting through the heart again, stretching through the front body and also slightly into the hips this time. Just take 5 deep breaths. Keeping those shoulders back and down away from the ears. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you look over your right shoulder. See if you can see your left foot. And hold here for 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. And again, just take 3 deep breaths all the way in. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. Slowly come back to center as you inhale, and as you exhale, melt forwards back onto your stomachs. We're going to come into scorpion pose now. So take the hands out in a T-shaped position, palms facing down. You're going to inhale as you lift the right leg up high towards the sky, and then exhale as you reach it over towards the left hand. Don't worry too much if it doesn't touch the left hand, just let it hang there in the air, and with your right hand maybe just plant it under your right shoulder and push the ground away so that you can feel the stretch in your left shoulder. Take 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up and over. And we're going to switch sides. So left hand goes underneath left shoulder. Right arm goes out straight. Glue that right shoulder to the ground. Inhale to lift the left leg up high towards the sky. Exhale as you reach it over to the right hand. And just take 5 more deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up to center. And then we're going to come up into down facing dog. So inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back to down facing dog. And we're just going to pedal out the feet. Open up those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. Press through the shoulders. And we're going to transition from here into pigeon pose. So inhale to lift the right leg up, bend at the knee, and as you exhale, slide the leg through, pointing the knee at a 45-degree angle towards the right corner of the mat, and then slide the left leg back, coming into your pigeon pose. Feel free if you're, so you want to have nice level hips. If your hips are not level, feel free to use a block or a pillow underneath that sit bone to ensure that they are level. Take a nice deep breath in as you stretch through that left hip flexor. And then as you exhale, fold forwards over that right leg, transferring the stretch into the glute. Just take 5 deep breaths. Into sleeping pigeon. Letting the chest melt over the thigh. With every exhale, see if you can sink deeper. Open up that hip, open up that glute. Coax the body into releasing. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come back up onto all fours. We're going to scissor the legs over, so step back to down facing dog. And then bring the left leg through. Knee goes at a 45-degree angle towards the left corner of the mat. And then slide that right leg back. Again, find that nice level hip position. Press through the ground as you open up that hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, melt the body forwards over that leg. Bringing the forehead to the floor. Just towards the thigh. And again, just 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up. We're going to swivel the legs around and underneath us now so that we come into a seated position. And we're just going to come into a seated rack hold. So option to keep the legs straight or cross them over. Take the hands back behind you, fingers pointing away from you, and think about inhaling to lift the chest, look up towards the ceiling, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. As you exhale, let the head drop back and sink into the stretch. You should feel this across your front shoulders. Just take 3 more deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up to a seated position and release your stretch on your arms. We're going to come into a seated forward fold now. So you're going to take your legs straight out in front of you, flex your toes back towards you, and then pull the fleshy bits of your bum out from underneath you. If you want to, you could put your bolster in between your legs so you can fall and fall asleep over it, or fold forwards, sorry, and fall asleep over it. If you haven't got a bolster or a pillow, that's absolutely fine. You're going to inhale as you lift your hands up above your head, and as you exhale, you're going to fold forwards all the way over, thinking about bringing your chest towards your thighs and then your head towards your knees. I'm just going to reach and grab my bolster so that you can see what this might look like if you have one. So you're going to inhale to lift and reach, exhale as you fold forwards, bringing your forehead to your bolster and just relaxing the body over the legs. You're going to be here for 10 deep breaths, so you've probably done about 3. I reckon you're about halfway now. With every inhale, see if you can find more length. With every exhale, see if you can fold deeper over the legs. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, melt a little bit deeper over those legs, relax the body one last time. And then as you inhale, slowly come up into a seated position. We're going to work our way back down now into a supported bridge. So this is where if you have a block, then grab it, go ahead. It's a yoga brick, it's the hard one. You can place it like this, like that, or like that, depending on where mobility allows. And it's going to literally be against the sacrum area of your back, so that hard, flat, square area at the base of your spine. Come down onto your backs. If you don't have a block, don't worry. You could use a pillow underneath if you want to. We're just simply going to lift our hips away from the floor. If you don't have anything at all, then feel free just to hold here for a few breaths. If you do have a block, then try and slide that block underneath. Find that sacrum area. Let your body melt then over the block and release the hands and just relax completely. Take 5 deep breaths. The placement of the block's quite nice because it presses in against all the nerve endings at the base of our spine. It's quite a nice, calming pressure, relieving. Maybe take one last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly inhale to lift the block away from your sacrum area. Remove it and then exhale, release the body down towards the ground. Take the knees in towards the chest and just give them a hug with both arms. You can rock from side to side, back and forth, whatever you need to do. And then whenever you're ready, take a hold of the left knee. Exhale as you extend the right leg all the way down to the ground. Inhale to pull the left knee in towards the right shoulder, in towards the left shoulder, sorry. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and take 2 more breaths just like that. Whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, slowly lift both the legs back up into center. Switch over the hands. Exhale as you extend the left leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to pull that right knee in towards that right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And again, just 2 more breaths, just like that. And then whenever you're ready, slowly inhale the legs back up to center again. Maybe give them one last hug, rock from side to side, whatever you need to do. And then take the hands out in a T-shaped position, palms facing down. Exhale as you drop the knees all the way over to the left side of the body. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the right. And if you want to, you can press down on the outer thigh or extend the top leg. Just take 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you lift your knees and your head back to center. And then exhale as you drop them over towards the right side of the body. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the left. And again, you can press down on the outer thigh or extend that top leg, cradling it in the opposite hand. And just take 5 deep breaths. Take one last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly release the leg. Inhale to lift the knees and the head back to center. Give them one last hug. Tight in towards your chest. Maybe rock from side to side. And if you want to take your own Savasana to finish off your practice, then feel free to just relax in corpse pose from here. Or if you're happy with just a stretch today, then just gently roll over onto the right side of your body and join me in a seated position to finish. We'll take one final deep inhale as we lift our hands up above our head, palms together. As we exhale to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that practice.